All right, hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to part two of our playthrough of Railway Empire 2, the Steel Dragons DLC, the third scenario called Journey to the West, set in southwestern China with our hometown in Lanzhou. So, in the last episode, the first one, we set up a four-city cluster: Mianyang, Ganan, Lanzhou, and Tianshui. And our intent is to, for this entire thing, until all these are at 100,000, we're going to make sure that these four cities are growing. That's one of our primary objectives in this playthrough, is grow these four cities. And we're going to use them as the basis for all the various things that we have to produce and or transport, all the various goods that we're going to be asked to do as our task list expands. Now, so far, we've founded a couple of businesses. We produced a bunch of grain. We grew Ganan to 45,000. We are starting to transport meat. There's a meat industry in Tianshui. And we've already transported eggs from our own business, and that's from the poultry business that we founded. Or no, I'm sorry. We got three more to go, and that's done. And we're going to start transporting rope pretty soon because we now have trains coming. We founded this hemp business here, and it's producing 2.8. There's a rope business over here that needs one a week. So we're good on production. And if we look at our four cities in our cluster, 0.700 and whatever they need, which would be 0.9. So we only need 1.6. This business is producing one. Now, when we're producing 2.8 here, so we've got plenty of hemp to go there. And we should have, as I recall, two trains. Oh, we only have one? I thought we put oh, that's right. It's only a line of 12 days. So that would do like a 4 or better demand. So we've got enough delivery going there so that this guy, if he chooses to, could bump up. Now, we could, of course, say, hey, why don't we buy him? So that rope factory. Oh, it's cheap. That's tempting. That's tempting. It is. Oh man, yeah, we got money. Okay, all right. We're gonna buy him. He's giving it away, and we're going to bump him up to 2.4. It was 2.4 rope, 2 hemp. We're already making the hemp. We want to have a 2 delivery out here, which this one train will do very easily. But what we're going to do here, I think, to really get this going, is we're going to copy this line, put another train on it, and get that going, get this going. And then we'll be making 2.4 a week, and our demand is like 1.7 or whatever. But remember that each of these cities, well, this city in particular, can hold more. It's a shame, actually, it's kind of being produced here. I don't think we're going to get credit for that. Transport. I don't think we'll get credit for moving it into Lanzhou because it'll just consume it into its own storage. But in Ganan, we will, and they can hold probably, I don't know, looks like they can hold like 16 of items. So we should be okay. If we can produce it, we can make it, we can ship it. We'll get that done. It won't be the super fast solution, but it will work very nicely. Now we need to make clothing. We need to haul manure. Now I'd like to pick up the manure hauling a little bit by doing this. I would like to have a line. Let's maybe see if we can come out of the back of this guy right here and run over here to maybe the back of this, like this. Whoa, where are you going? Come back to earth here, bud. That's a little too tight out of there. It won't make that turn. Ah. Well, I want to do that. No, we're not doing that. Okay. We'll come out of track 2. There. Something like that. It doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have. All right. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to make it simpler still. Okay. Forget that. Okay. Well, it'll need to pick up supplies, and one of these two will need repairs. So we'll put maintenance out here, and we're just going to have a train that goes from here to here, back and forth. That's taking grain over here, bringing manure back. Let's see if it does anything. Yeah, it does. Beautiful, beautiful. So that'll bump up this production, and the manure coming back will bump up this. It'll also help us haul more manure, right? And I think we already did something similar to that down here. I believe we have one going to do rest. This guy here, when he comes back to the grain, he's bringing manure back here, and when he comes back to the grain, he should bring grain down here to bump up the supply here. We could do the same thing from here to here, right? And have a train just run back and forth that takes rice there. And we could do the same thing if we wanted to from here to here to bring rice over there. And I just want to make sure I've got that right. Yes, they'll consume grain and rice. Beautiful. So that'll haul more manure. That'll haul more stuff. That'll improve our production. Looking good, looking good. Now, what can we do? We can't go there. We want to. Can't go there. We can go here for 407. Remember, it was like 160 before or whatever. Cheaper. That's not horrible. 407. We're starting to make a little bit of money. We just opened up this little line down here, which hadn't even run enough to show us a profit yet. And I kind of want to have a couple of trains going. Let me look at this. See, they want to go to Mianyang and Ganan and Tianshu and Lanzhou all through Mianyang. But if we look at this, we're getting about 80% of the traffic, mail and passenger. We could do one more train. Now, this city's declining. It's okay, actually. And I just want to check one other thing before we move on. Okay, we can't, these two are not big enough for an immigration office yet. Okay, we can't go there. We can't go there. We can go here. So, what else do we need to do? All right, remember our first checkpoint for this playthrough is going to be, are these growing? I see one other thing. Down here is cloth. Right here is hemp. There's no reason we can't pick that up. And in fact, I think we're going to do it. Yeah, okay. We're going to pick up both of them, right? And we're going to go like this. Go into there. There's zero reason for that tunnel. There we go. We'll double track it back. And we're going to get a little tunnel right there. That's all right. Give it some signals. It'll need supplies because it's not picking up that one. And that's all right too. And we'll go here to here. You're going to be priority this, running full. Go. There we go. That'll make good money and make sure we keep this cloth going. You can see we got 14 to export. Now, question I have for myself then is, okay, do they need any cloth? No, they're pretty packed. And they're pretty packed. So the next thing we need is a clothing business, which will use that cloth. So clothing, we have to produce it in our own factories. So we have right here in Gannon, we have a reserve slot. So a clothing we can put clothing in, or Gannon, and we can just run the cloth up there and make clothing. Easy peasy. All right. And when it wants to produce it, so we want to get that, maybe level it up. I think that's our next thing. Our next thing will be to set up clothing. We've already boosted the manure handling. Set up clothing. We're almost done with eggs. We're working on the meat. The meat we could think about buying. He's a level 1, and I think we could do better than that. Meat. 1.0. Yeah. All right, I take it back. Next thing we do is buy the meat. If he can't do a better job than that, should have plenty of poultry. Yes, you're getting poultry. Let's buy this speed industry if it doesn't cost $1 billion, and it doesn't. So again, 8.7 million, and we'd have to pay off that biggest one.
Checked off the list.
All right, that's probably the eggs. Yeah, we knocked off the eggs. And I just want to see if this is working, if these guys are doing anything. I want to see it bring manure back. There we go. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. That's helping us get the task done. It's boosting our production without costing us anything. In fact, see, look at that. We get paid for bringing it over there to deliver it to ourselves. So that's great. We got them all growing. That's good. And we want some money to buy that business. We got 2 stars of research. I think because I reloaded, it's come back to here. But I don't think it's where we were. I think we were looking at maybe it is. Let me see. Is there anything back here? Oh, now in-service training, we're spending a fair amount. We doubled that up on everybody. So why don't we get that bonus? And it wouldn't be bad for the well-being to get a little reduction on that. So we'll get 200 and get that. Ooh, we got a bunch of money for some reason. Meat industry. Well, now it's worth. Now they want more money for it, of course. Have they boosted it up? Maybe. If they have, I'm fine with not owning it. No, it's still level 1. Who are you? Here to here is not hauling anything. I don't get that. Why isn't this guy? Oh, wait a minute. You're going Zhao Terminal, which is rice, to Do Rest, which is this. He should be hauling, I think, manure back here. Oh, no. Yeah, manure back here, which he has done. I don't understand why he's not doing anything right now. He's not hauling any rice over here, which I don't totally understand. And what are you? Quang stopped to Tian Shui. I guess he just booked. We've got him packed with stuff. He's at 100%. Okay. All right. Did I want to do that? No, I want the clothing. Let's get the clothing. We've got a reserved lot. I'm going to switch industry, make it a clothing, put it right there. We'll bump it up to level 2 as soon as we have enough money. There we go. We need 2 a week. This guy down here is producing 1.6. He's got a steady supply of hemp, so hopefully he'll cotton on and bump up. If he doesn't, fine. Now, what is going on here? Okay, a good quarter, we gained some ground. Now, he's not getting any supplies. That's Zhao Terminal. This guy, okay, this guy, that makes sense. He's not passing any supplies. We'll put supplies right there at that tunnel. And this is causing some delays because this track's too short and I'm running automatic signals, and the automatic signals do not do a bang up job of creating. We can't put any Jan Jansons in there to tighten things up. So you could come in both ways. I think we're going to Machinki this baby. I think we'll Machinki like this to put you back out on that track, right? So you'll leave that way. Or alternatively, you can come out and leave this way. And we'll just have the track is only going to go in. Actually, in fact, we'll just delete that track and we'll delete that track and that track. So you would come in and then go out. Yeah, see, that's much better. That'll make this whole thing work a lot better. All right. We're almost there on meat. Looking good on this. We're producing clothing. We're almost there on manure. 2 rural businesses. Will they let us down here? They won't. Maybe if we buy this one. 510. 510. We can't go there. Can't go there. Okay, 510. All right. 2 stars. Well-being. Okay. Next thing we'll look for would be for 300 the Prussian freight train. Ooh, Lanzhou's not growing. Okay, what's your problem? All right, we've reached a point where I'm not gonna hesitate to swap out a library for the immigration office. If we can't keep growing, we're gonna switch to the library and get that extra 10% satisfaction. So Lanzhou will start growing again. And these guys, when they hit 30, we're going to put immigration offices there.
Is a more affordable alternative to pork. You have to get your protein somewhere, right? Since you are already using grains as feed for the poultry farms, you might as well look into other uses for them. Namely, grains and rice can be used to make flour foods and liquor. Those are high-value goods to be produced.
Okay, so they want us to do what? Transport noodles and produce liquor. Now, there's a liquor business right here. And he's kind of stalled, so maybe he won't be too expensive. He's ours now. And we're going to double him up, I think, to 626. Yeah, we are. That's our next thing. 626 to double that liquor. Because all these things where we can produce enough of these goods, it just keeps these cities growing, which just makes everything better. Everything just gets better as these cities grow. Okay, you're at 60,000 now. Oh, sorry. I want 626 to expand. All right. That'll go there. Now we want grain and sugar. So what I'm going to do is set up one train that just goes like this. It just does grain and sugar. And I'm actually going to call it the GAN liquor supply. Okay. And just make sure we have
Good job transporting those goods.
Make sure we have the grain and liquor supplied and producing. That was the rope. Good deal. We're making the clothing. We're getting the manure a little slowly, I have to admit. Breakdown maintenance. Zal rest. To do rest. I think I'd like to put maybe let's put repairs right here. These trains that now we could have alternatively said, you know what, that would have been smarter. Let's do this. Let's knock that down. Let's have this guy right here who's broken down. Let's tell him you go Zal rest, do rest, Gannon, and you leave Gannon empty, right? So he's going to take grain over here. Now he may pick up grain for Gannon, I don't know, but basically grain to here, pick up manure, come back or whatever, and we'll have to just say like priority manure, right? So pick up manure, and if you can take some more stuff to get on, like eggs, fine. Go up there, drop off, get your repairs, and then come back. And that way, we don't even have to build another. And since he's another repair station, and since he's empty, I'm going to knock him down to 0, but keep that line and restarting with a new train. There we go. Now, what are we doing now? Anybody remember? I can't remember if we bumped that up. We did. And we gave it some more supplies. We should be producing liquor now. We are. The noodles. Now, noodles are an interesting problem. They're here in Lanzhou. And he's not getting grain, eggs, and rice. What is he not getting? Well, he's not getting any of them. All right, let's build up the train. It goes grain, eggs, and rice. Priority grain, eggs, and rice. And keeps dropping off at Lanzhou. And we can call this one the land noodle supply. Put a train on it.
What's that smell? Oh, well, at least this manure is more useful than its smell suggests.
Okay, we got our manure. We're almost done with clothes. We're making liquor. The noodles are what we need to get going now. And by owning it isn't going to help us if we can't keep it supplied. So our first issue is getting it supplied. Now, we could, if we wanted to buy it, it'd be better to buy it now while it's kind of dunning out. Oh yeah, that's ours. And we're going to bump it up to level 2, 636. Okay. 636 will bump it up.
Robust and affordable clothing. And as a little bonus, you can use the textile offcut as fillings for the silk products you are about to have produced. What is meant to be yours will come. What is not, don't force. While
Okay.
the countryside
Whoops.
is not as rich as the big cities, there are some goods to be found there that can be made into the most valuable luxury goods like silk and porcelain.
Okay, so what am I looking at? What's the problem here? Oh, we got new things, porcelain and silk products that we have to do. Okay. And I've kind of forgotten what I was doing, which I do a lot. I want to bump this up one, even though we're okay, we're still not supplying it. So let's fix that first. It's the Lao noodle supply. Here we go. I'm going to copy that train, confirm. There we go. Maintenance for you. Zhao to Quang. Quang to Zhao. Oh, yeah, there wouldn't be any repairs on either end of that. Oh, well, we're going to modify that one. After Quang, it's going to stop here in Lanzhou and get its repairs. And it'll always leave here empty, which doesn't matter. There's no other cities on the line anyway. And it can be repaired. And how are we doing traffic-wise? 11%. Not perfect, but not bad considering we're being kind of economical in how much track we build and all that stuff. We got all of them growing, about to hit 30 and 30. And this guy here, I hate to drop him because he's got 8 manure on board, but he's holding everybody else up. Yeah, sorry, he's gonna have to go. Back to 0 and back up to 1. Go. You need to get out of the way. All right. Bidding tactics, I don't care that much about it. 2 stars. We're waiting on 3 stars. That's right. What else? What else? What are we doing? The noodles. We wanted to bump noodles up 1. Here we go. And total 16 cars. Okay, now the noodles in the city. We're making them here, so they're going to be consumed here first. They want 1.2. We're now making 2.4, so the excess can get shipped off. Who wants noodles? I know that Ganon will, but anybody else? No, not yet. But we've got a demand of 1 here, and he'll have room for, should have room for, plenty there. So that should be enough. If need be, I would put a warehouse somewhere to get those things shipped, but I don't think that's the problem. Now, the other thing I do want to check though is, see, we're getting everything out of there. We're getting stuff out of there. Pretty good there. We only got 2. Now we got a bunch of liquor. Crap. Where does the liquor need to go? Liquor. Needs to go nowhere. Nobody wants liquor. All right. In Lanzhou will want liquor. So we're going to have to knock down their post office. And we're going to put in a warehouse. And in that warehouse, we're going to store liquor. And we're going to do a regular one like that. Okay. the old style one. And that way we can ship these out, because the reason we're not producing more liquor is we're not sending it anywhere. Okay. So this Gannon to, oops, sorry. I want to look at the lines. I want the Gannon to Lanzhou, this guy. Looks like there's only one train. We'll copy that, put another one on there, and let's see if he doesn't take off with some liquor. There we go. Now we can restart our liquor creation. That'll help with everything. And you're breaking down your Zhao terminal to do rest. Let me look at his line. To do rest. I think I'm going to have you go down here to Min Yang and come out empty like that, so you can get repaired somewhere. And we'll make him a 0. Use our old Predaking trick. Make him a 0 and then restart him. All right. Let's see. All right, we're getting good. We can go down here. I want to go down here. 380. I want to go down here because there's two. Look at this. There's two things down here. We could put in industries if we wanted to, but the big thing, really, what I want to be able to found this business right here, this Kaolin, and I want to be able to set up these lines as express lines, just in case. Let me just see, is this guy making any money? Yeah, so he's making 30,000. If we look at our trains and we sort them by income, that's the best train we have, right? Because it's the express train that we have, and we need more money, right? We're going through money like crazy, although I like what we're doing in general. I do. I mean, we're at 66. Okay, right here, I'm going to go in and put in a library in Ganon, because it's getting to that point where it's hard for it to keep growing. And you're at 30. We're going to put in an immigration office there. And I suspect we're going to put an immigration office in Tianshi right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. So our cluster's growing, and we're going to go 388. How are we looking? 1.31 million. We'd have to close one out. I think we can just wait on the cash. All right. Go here. We'll buy access. All right. Now, let's put a station in Liangshan. And I want to go kind of straight across and then turn, and then work its way up here. Okay, that's left side, good. and double track. And get our train, and we'll come back when we have I think we'll go here, 300 for lubricator. Okay. Build our track, switches and signals, and we're going to take this line right here and we're going to edit it and say Chengdu to Miang to Chengdu to Liangshan. It's 15 days. We'd like to have 3 trains on it, but we'll confirm it for now. And then we'll add a couple of trains. There's one. And again, these express lines, you don't copy them, you do allow them to spread out. There we go. Now we've got 3 trains on that. And next thing we want to do is go out here to Guyang and go like this. Like that. And double track it and give it switches and signal or signals, and we can give it a I didn't really need that, but okay. Then we're going to go here and grab this guy and change him. He's going Chengdu Miang, Chengdu, Liangshan, Gaian, Liangshan, and then back to Chengdu, like that, which is now 21 days. We'd like to have 4 trains on there. And once I get this, then the whole point of having those lines always go to Mian Yang is so that we can put in bonus buildings here. Restaurant.
It seems like production is running exceptionally well. Good work.
Restaurant, post office. What finished? Liquor. Now, the key to the liquor was having that warehouse where we could get rid of some of it so that the factory could keep producing. And the noodles is transporting squat. And we have another business opportunity here in Lanzhou, which we will reserve. I'm not even sure what I want to do with it yet. We're going to reserve it. And don't we have a reserve somewhere else or do? Oh, we got a business opportunity here, which we will reserve. We probably have one here. No, not quite. We're about to. I'm going to stay here and reserve it when it hits 40. There. We'll reserve this guy. So there's 3 business opportunities for us. And I'm thinking silk and ceramics. We've got raw silk right here. Now the silk, I think we're going to have to get out here to get the indigo. So we've got to get out here eventually. Let's see. What were we doing? Oh yeah, I want to put in Guyang. I want to put a restaurant and a post office. And this train, the Prussian, 55 and 229. We're running a train that is 61 and 114. I actually think the Prussian would outperform it all the way across the board. for 52,000, we can run the Prussian everywhere. Let's just do that. We need 52,000. Okay. We'll go engine shed, replace engines, replace them all with the Prussian. We got new trains everywhere, and I think, generally speaking, they'll certainly be faster going up the hills, and they should be faster everywhere because they're hauling a lot of freight, and they'll be able to accelerate more quickly. And why don't we stop right there? I mean, we've made a lot of progress. Would love to got to get on this, of course, but I'm glad this is done. The noodles, before I go, I got to take a look at the noodles. It's ridiculous. The noodle factory. It's, oh my word. Cannot keep the grain fast enough. Are we making grain here? All right. We'll have to level this up. Keep the manure flowing. And I think we need a train from here to here. Priority grain. The Prussian. Oh, look, this is beautiful. Lanzhou is already at 100,000. Now, there is a task to put a university in Lanzhou, but and I would love to have it prior to the task popping up, but I'm not sure when that's going to happen, and I don't want it in there beforehand because I'm going to take it away almost immediately. Don't plan on keeping it. It's just strictly as a means to an end, if you will. All right, we've got reserve, reserve, and reserve. We know we want silk products. We know we want ceramics. And what else do we need to be making? Looks like noodles. All right. Yeah, let's just stop right there. A lot going on. We got a lot happening, which is great. This is fun. A little slow on that. I'm not happy with that, but you got to do what you got to do. We're going to get out here. We're going to found this kaolin business, and then we're going to get maybe get out here and get coal and run coal and kaolin probably to Mianyang and put in ceramics in Mianyang. Although, crap. Down here, 22. Oh, and you know what? One thing we're missing up here, we don't have paper. And that's a basic growth item. It would speed all these guys up, improve our growth, improve everything. We could, no, we don't have one here. We have one here, and that's too far from the bamboo. We could put a paper industry in Lanzhou. It's right next to the bamboo. And I think the other thing I might like to do is, well, no. I was thinking about maybe putting a second platform here because I am going to do that because it gets a lot of business. I think I'm going to take this guy here. Whoops. What I want to take off. No, that's not what I want to do. Get that train out of there. Now I want to delete you. Go in like that and put switches on this so that the trains coming in there can use either track. We've got a lot of activity going on here now. Yeah, that's better. That's better. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna have to stop. It's really hard. Okay. Let's stop right there. I hope you saw something that you liked. I hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.